Oh, that's a sneaky rotation. Keyboy gets taken out, but in the bottom lane is actually Bronze. The trade here for Onic. It's a 1-for-1, but then again, compensation. Evos Legends looks to get the first new on the board. And it seems like, yeah, Onic will have no answer to that. But what I'm saying is sneaky rotation because Novaria, after clear, even though Turtle is up, he went bot side. That is caught Brands off guard.
They don't get it though.
Albert here, stuck in the midst. Everything given on the board and Van Strong claims the kill. That's a slight miscalculation there by Albert and friends.
They didn't get the purple buff, they don't get much and even get punished for it. Looking at the emblems though, you can see aggression from the side of Onic, man. 3 assassin emblems on the Bruno and the Novaria as well as the Khalid. Brute is trying to be a bit of a split push menace though. Going for, once again, the very aggressive emblems, whereas for Evos, it's the same thing. The Wilderness Blessing here being used with agility to ensure that they can out-rotate. And considering the result of the, the movement from the turtle to the purple buff, you can't really argue with the results.
No, you can't. With the results of the Tao's prediction here, Papulung alone here for Evos Legends. It's looking like they're going to prioritize mobility, speed, and rotations. Van, can he speed himself away from that situation? He uses that flicker to do so, but that is a resource spent.
Onic, they're not really overextending. They just posture up aggressively, and what they can take, they take. If there's counters, if there's cover coming in from the other members, they just simply walk back and wait for a better chance. This decisiveness is what makes it so scary, right? Evos Legends have that extra bit of movement speed to rotate with the Wilderness Blessing, but Onic always seems to be in better position, right? They seem to be in the right place at the right time, and that's due to how decisive they are at leaving things or approaching new objectives.
It's always the calm before the storm for the Yellow Porcupines here. You're not really sure what's going on. Is Evos Legends holding on to the gold because they've been out-rotating Onic and they've been outplaying Onic? Or is it something that Onic is letting them do? It keeps you guessing with Onic.
Exactly, it keeps you guessing, but Evos Legends now in control. Kyrie finds the taunt onto Tutsujin here. Good recall by Sands. Opens up till Brands here. Ooh, you're in an angle, but taking at the turtle. Tutsujin grabs it. Kyrie stuck and gets taken out. Good fight by Evos Legends, getting the neutral objective and getting the kill.
They were able to give Kyrie such a hard time in that pit, and Tutsujin was a level above, so that's going to be an easy turtle in for Evos Legends in the 5th minute of the game.
Full credit to Vildora though, crowd controlling Kyrie right there. Kyrie thought that he outplayed it, right? Slid away with the dash from the Fredrin, but the flicker from Vildora catches him off guard, and the onwards ensures that he cannot retribution to contest Tutsujin. So again, in the early game, with Sans being on a late game mage sort of, this is what you expect, right? A bit of a passive Onic, but they're still very competitively contesting a lot of these other objectives. So it keeps you wondering, what are they gonna try and do, right? Are they gonna try and risk it, or are they gonna like back off? You have no idea.
See, a Flicker Sandstorm followed up by Boots. Flicker Sandstorm, well, not Flicker Sandstorm, defensive as well. Evos Legends, they haven't find success in that rotation, but they will find Kyrie there in mid-rotation. Will they commit top side here? Is that worth it? Seems like, yeah, Boots will let go of that first structure.
They want it bad. They don't want to waste that rotation, and so they're going to be able to take it into their own hands. And Evos Legends propel themselves to a 2,300 gold lead. Onic so far hasn't been able to get any trades back, and that puts Evos Legends in quite a good position here.
It's a smart move for Evos Legends, man. Knowing that Boots is itemizing and emblemizing, for lack of a better word, for a 1v1 situation. By sending more people there, it just denies his mobility, his roam potential, and his laning phase as well. Now losing the turret already, Evos can try and take this chance to maybe trade one more turret to equalize and, get more control that way that they can use to ambush the members of Onic.
Evos Legends, they're building up. They're shaping up to get the perfect turtle scenario here in their first game. And it seems like with the 5-man rotating, take a look at the Raging Sandstorm onto its 5! But the ball of damage isn't clear. Khalid will be taken out, not while Veldora gets taken as well. It's a trade. Sutsujin gets taken as well as take a look at Albert. His balls are just free hitting every members of Evos Legends. Keyboard will secure that one, but Albert finds the triple.
That's almost a wiped out. Only Brands left standing for the side of Evos Legends. And you would think that that's impossible. They were behind 2,000 gold lead. Evos Legends had 1 foot in the door already with Sutsujin being 2 levels above Kyrie. Sure, they don't get the neutral objectives, but again, Onic doing what they do best. To hell with the objectives. We'll go for the team fights and we're gonna win it.
It's a 5-man Sandstorm, man. And on top of that, look at Albert. Untouched virtually the whole fight. He was full HP. All Evos Legends, they were trying to go for a fight, trying to trade back the aggression, but the one member that does the most reliable DPS was left unchecked, and he got a triple kill, a hat trick there in that team fight.
How? How do the Yellow Porcupines always find the opportunities to do that? What I really wanted to say before that entire team fight begun was the fact that they have 2 side lanes who severely need Snowball, right? Khalid is a very strong laner, but he needs the Snowball, he needs those items, he needs that leverage over his partner, and the same thing can be said for Bruno. And I thought because how Evos Legends were controlling the map, getting better picks on the board, getting the neutral objectives, that Onic were letting go of those 2 side lanes, and yet here we are, and that gold lead for Evos Legends has completely gone, only left with 300 to their name.
I believe that if in that fight, let's say Albert gets pressured and he can't really move forward and do damage, they're just gonna leave him. They're gonna leave that fight, give it up, and that's what I was talking about when I said that they're decisive. See right here, the turret was gonna go down, they knew they couldn't defend it, they moved back, and they don't risk it and, you know, bank on a 50-50 that they maybe be able to or they won't. They back away, and by default, when Albert wasn't checked, when they know that they have the factors that they require to win that team fight, even though they are 2k gold behind, they will just go in without a doubt. I do wonder who's making the calls right here, but it's very precise and very, very impressive.
All 10 members here, spell-wise active, right? So let's see, they're looking for a fight indeed. Keyboy caught, no fall damage. Astral Recall will open Veldora and Sutsujin. Vanstrong and Brands finds another angle, and take a look at the critical by Brands. Finds Keyboy, no problem. Now Veldora will tank, flickers out of the way. 15,000 HP on that Lord. Let's see, it's a 4v4, 4v5 rather. Evos Legends repositioning, looking for another angle. Onic spreads out. Boots here, caught. Seems like the Lord now, 10,000 HP. Oh, take a look at the damage by Albert. 1 ball there on towards Cry, but Sutsujin will secure the Lord, no problem. Evos Legends, they disengage.
There should have been no way for Onic to contest that Lord, right? I mean, Sutsujin level 13 as compared to Kyrie, who's still stuck at 11. What Onic could have hoped for was to win the team fight, but before it even begun, Keyboy was taken out from the damage coming in from Brands. Why did they stay?
I think they believed that there was a chance that Kyrie can make a miracle steal, that Sans can land a huge Astrosphere, and somehow, some way, just steal that Lord away. But as I was saying, man, they were down 1 member. They stayed, and you can say that they overstayed technically. But what did they lose exactly, right? Evos Legends went for the aggressive play, and yet Onic, with the 4 remaining members, aren't really in any real danger. Looking at the items though, Sans' damage is definitely ramping up right here with the Lightning Truncheon as well. Considering all squishies are on the side of Evos Legends, this could be a big problem for them.
Tier 1, oh good taunts! And their ball of the members are under the turret. Take a look at Vanstrong here, trying to survive, trying to give holy healing as well. Will not survive for long though. Veldora caught as well as Cry jumps in just to take his life. 3 members down, traded for boots.
Oh man, a Brutes. Again, a beautiful, beautiful engage. That flicker Sandstorm hit exactly the right people, and the trade became in favor of Onic, turning that. No!
Oh,
Brands!
That's a mistake! Oh my goodness, rarely do we see Sans making a mistake, but when he does, Brands is there to punish him.
Where is he at on items? Why is he dealing so much?
Well, he was 3-1. He's 4-1 now. And Onic, they were just a bit too lax. They even lost a turret in the top side, by the way, so that's not exactly the ideal circumstance that they want to be in. Can we see if the core items for Brands is completed by now, but it is definitely more than enough to just gun down the backline members.
Haas Claws, Berserker Fury, Wind of Nature, and the Dragon Spear.
Alright, even with the GDS now, more mobility. Looking at the player's gold by Ube's gold, he is still on top there, even above Albert. Followed closely by Susujin and Veldora, so Evos definitely still has the momentum right here. It's all about execution and how they play out the next team fight.
The silent monster, man, Brands, out of nowhere. You know, in the lane, it was Albert who had more gold the last time we checked the player's gold difference. And Brands, being the silent killer he is, comes out of nowhere, has a 4-1-2 KDA, deals that much damage, and they start to punish the mistakes and the overzealousness from the Yellow Porcupines. We don't see that all too often, but this definitely could be a game where Onic finally have to say goodbye. Sorry, we lost that game.
Whoa. Okay, let's say, right?
I mean, it was only Evos, right?
2,500 gold lead now in hand for the White Tigers. Let's see. Seems like this time though. Okay, far lane, neutral, right? No lane, no team is in favor of the far lane. Though. Ooh, take a look at the solo kill here, potentially, and there you go, the solo kill by Brands. Almost an off-camera kill, but Brands with the calculation now. It's a 5v4 without Sans, no Astral Echo to spot and give Onic the vision. Again, a free Lord here for this White Tiger.
Massive play by Brands right there. Understanding the dynamic, knowing that Sans is no longer on a immune or mobility hero like a Kadira. Punish that completely with the heavy crossbow. That'll be the end of it. Onic will now be forced to defend once again, but now the difference is that Evos has seen how they can possibly engage and get a winning team fight despite being behind. So now Onic has to get even more creative as we take a look at some of the items right here. See how we're done for Boots, lowering the regeneration, giving more damage as well. Bit of Despair as well, so if he lands a massive Raging Sandstorm onto Evos Legends, that could be a massive problem.
Brands is so fed though.
Yeah.
1,500 gold
Full
lead.
items.
Full items. He has penetration now. In addition to everything we mentioned earlier, here he has a Malefic Roar. Onic, they need to find a solution for Brands, and they need to find it fast. But with so much mobility, and there you go.
Crowd control connects on towards Kyrie now. Let's say good appraisals route, but it will not be enough to take Veldora down. Raising Sandstorm on towards the back lines here. Boots though, soaking damage will be taken out by Brands. And for now, Bright will not be able to survive. Brands will fall as well as Albert claims the double. Will he find the hat trick? He will. Looking for the Maniac. Good spot there. And it seems like Vantron will have enough space to escape.
1-for-3 trade in favor of the Yellow Porcupines as they lost 2 inhibitor turrets. But Evos Legends fall like flies. They were able to take Brands down amidst all that chaos.
They might even be able to get a base turret out of that, man. How is that even possible? 4k gold behind, and they're still able to pull up a performance like that. 4v2 in the base turret here. Evos might be careful. They don't want to lose more members and have irregular death timers.
Oh, Van Strong. Wow. 5% HP left there. And Evos Legends, they were on the offense a minute ago. Sure, it wasn't really defense. It's not really defense now, but they just lost a base turret after the quote-unquote offense.
It's insane. Just the discipline that Onic have. They understand that finally we can utilize the damage coming in from Sans with the Clock of Destiny, the Lightning Charge being built, but here we go. Okay. He also has the Ice Queen Wand, Arashi. So what is he lacking here for Sans to deal even more damage than he already is doing?
Penetration comes to mind, but against this team, maybe he's going to aim for the backline only and not really go for the frontliners. That's a bit of wishful thinking though. Usually they just go for a bit more like a Divine Glaive or Holy Crystal, and just like that, it's gonna be consistent poke again and again because the Astrosphere is just not an ultimate. So with 2 base turrets down here, Evos Legends have a chance to do a macro play, but their gold lead has just evaporated, man. Now it's gonna be an equal fight, and I don't think they have that good of a solution for Albert. Right? Whenever he gets full reign in the team fight, to just keep kicking those balls in, he's just gonna take over the fight. He's 8-1, man, after a weak early game.
Big guys, oh, take a look at Keyboy there. Almost got the Bloom help him out, but Veldora now flickers out of the way. Still survives. The snipe there from Sans wasn't able to take him down just yet. Evos Legends moving, Brand's showing. Take a look at the damage that he will give, forcing Sans to use the flicker. Strong, quite low, has a holy healing. Onic trying to reclaim the Lord here, as the Lord here is still has not been resetted. So both teams here, they want to commit to this, or even Onic here forcing Evos Legends to commit to this. Let's say Evos Legends clumping up Sutsujin quite low. Kyrie jumps in, he misses, all good onward, and Kyrie, will he be taken out? He will! That's a mistake, Boots jumps in, finds Sutsujin as well. That's a good trade, jungle for jungle. Evos moving in, no retribution. Who will grab the Lord? Let's say both teams taking risk. Albert finds a kill, finds a double as well, and the Lord will fall to Right. Anticlimactic, let's say Evos Legends, they lose another member in bronze. Right. That's a wiped out for the Onic.
Team Onic, they successfully go for a wiped out, but in the final moments, it was Kreitz to steal away the Lord. Is it going to be enough to buy the White Tigers time to defend this one? Sutsujin, 6 seconds. But Onic, they're knocking on the doorstep.
They have
Albert, 1 minute left.
They have Albert, they will try to end the game with the Bloom as well, and Onic, man!